Hi, this is 365801 and this is my manga haul video for the month of June 2020. I have to keep reminding myself which month we're in because time has no meaning. Yeah, who knows when. And the last time I tried to upload May's video, I honestly kept putting April down on everything and forgetting that a full month had passed. And now I'm like, which month is this? What year are we in? Who knows? Anyway, it's a small little pile. It's not a huge haul, but this is what I got for the month of June. Just have to literally remind myself again. Yeah. It's a good wee stack and it has lots of variety, so I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, let's just go through it. The first title I want to talk about is Voice or Noise Volume 3, and this is by Yamimaru Enjin, and this is a blue title, and that is part of Tokyopop's defunct BL imprint. This is the third volume of 3 that they published. However, Voice or Noise in Japanese goes on for loads and loads of volumes. I'm not even sure how many. I should have probably checked before if you want to, but it's like 15 or something ridiculous. So it was one that I knew I needed to get, and volume 3 is always a little bit more tricky to find or more expensive, and so I just assumed that I was going to have to pay out of pocket, you know, way more than I needed to be able to get this. But it came up by one of the secondhand booksellers on eBay for only $5.99. So I jumped on it and was like, woohoo, yay! And then I waited weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks for it to arrive, and it didn't arrive. So I contacted them and they said, can you give it another couple of weeks? So we gave it another couple of weeks and nothing came. And they said, sorry, we don't have it. Would you like something else? So I looked to see if there was something else that I would like, but there was nothing. So I said, no thanks, but don't worry about it. I'll still buy from you if you've got something. And then they were like, okay, that's cool, we'll give you a refund. And they gave me a refund, and the next day it arrived. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to give them that money back. That's really stupid. It was only $5.99 though, and usually it's a lot more expensive. So I was really happy to be like, yeah, yeah, I definitely can get your money back. Thanks for that. So yeah, Voice or Noise Volume 3. I have Volume 1 and 2 in my other collection, and I've been waiting for Voice or Noise Volume 3 to kind of come out with a good price, because as I said, I've seen it, but it's always much more expensive than it really should be. But this is a really good quality volume. It's in really good condition. The pages are still quite white, and I actually finally had a flick through to see what the story was about, because I haven't read Volume 1 or 2 because I knew there was a Volume 3 out. I thought, oh, I'll just wait till I get that. So yeah, I actually had a wee search through, and it's about being able to understand animals and these two guys, and it's weird because you go into the story, and if you didn't read the first 2 volumes, which I didn't, even though I have them, you have to find out oh, this guy's been away for a while, there's an age gap, they can both understand this cat, and then there's suddenly this dude who can be a big rabbit. Weird, but also kind of interested. And yeah, it seems very light, there's no smut in this, so it seems really, yeah, you could just read it as very, very fluffy and light. But it seems like this has been a slow burn even just to get to this point in Volume 3, so I wouldn't expect anything smexy in the first 2 volumes, if you can get hold of them if you want to. But I'm assuming by Volume 15 or whatever in Japanese that there's a little bit more. I don't know. Yamimaru Enjin has some other titles as well that is available in English. I think I have them as well, but her artwork on the cover is really nice. I really like the artwork with the sort of watercolor texture. It's really good. So yeah, I was actually quite interested and intrigued as to what the story was. So just flicking through and having a quick read of Voice or Noise Volume 3 made me go, oh, I really should have read 1 and 2 first. But then also, how annoying. Something happens at the end, you're like, oh, what happens next? It's kind of like that cliffhanger, and you're like, well, there is no more. Blue went out of business. They just did the first 3 volumes and then that was it. So yeah, if you want to know what happens, get your Japanese grammar book out and start studying, because that's pretty much the only way you're going to be able to find out what happens. Unless you've already read it in Japanese and you know. So great, let me know in the comments below what on earth is going on. It's very beautiful. I know she has art books out as well. So yeah, I think I would like to practice my Japanese a bit more, and maybe in the future invest in the Japanese volumes just so I can find out what happens. But it's not a priority at the moment. So yeah, Voice or Noise. It seems interesting. I'm not entirely sure how, you know, how much people would want to pay for a volume 3, because like I said, they didn't produce as many, so it's harder to come by. But if you wait around long enough, you might just get them at cheaper prices like I did. Technically free, but yeah, I'm paying back the $5.99 because that's not really fair. But yeah, it did take a long time just because of the time just now, so yeah, really happy with this one volume. The next one I got was Liquor and Cigarettes by Ranmaru Zaria. As you can see, it's still in its plastic. It arrived just a few days ago, so I haven't gotten around to reading it yet. I know it's smexy because it's Ranmaru Zaria. I know the artwork is going to be good because it's Ranmaru Zaria. It's a one-shot standalone. I've heard lots and lots of people saying how great it is and how much it's a good smexy time. So I'm looking forward to reading it when I get round to it, so it's going to be something I can just pick up, read one volume and move on, unlike Coyote, which volume 3 will be coming out next. So I'm looking forward to having a read at this because I really did like Coyote. It was a really good story, so hopefully this one shot will be just as entertaining as well. And of course it adds to my collection and I got a really good deal from it, so yeah, happy to have this one shot. This next title is also a Sublime imprint title, and that's Candy Color Paradox Volume 3 by Isaku Natsume. Yay! I'm really happy because I got Volume 4 last month and I read Volume 1 and 2, so I was like, well, I'm not going to read Volume 4 until I get Volume 3. So this is still in its plastic as well. It has also arrived just a couple of days ago, so I'm looking forward to being able to sit down, reread Volume 1 and 2, read Volume 3 and then Volume 4, and being able to be caught up in the story. I think there is a Volume 5 out in Japan, so that'll be coming at some point as well from Sublime. Thank you very much, Sublime, for doing this, because I do like Isaku Natsume's work. Her characters are interesting and fun, and it's usually a bit of a laugh. So I'm looking forward to reading what happens to these two silly boys and what's going on with them. I haven't read a lot of the things that have come this month, purely because I've been reading is it Dumb Husky or Stupid Husky? Stupid Husky and his white cat Shizune, which is like 6 War and Pieces all put together. It's so long, and I'm on the extras just now at the end, so anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, that's been a long process. It's so long. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to reading some of my manga when I finish. Hopefully by the end of June I'll have finished this epic Chinese BL and be able to actually read some Japanese manga again. But this one will be probably first on the list. Star Collector Volume 1, and this is a Tokyopop imprint, their new imprint, and this is Anna B and Sophie Schonhammer? Schonhammer? I don't know, I don't speak German. But this is an original German language manga that's been translated into English. So it's not actually manga, but it's German language manga. So like how we have original English language manga, OEL, this is OGL, I guess, which I don't usually go for because I've got an opinion on OEL, but this is apparently really good. There's a second volume. Lots of people have said how much they enjoy it and how lovely it is, and I honestly have a greater appreciation for something that's coming out of Germany when it comes to manga and it comes to Tokyopop, because if you know the history of Tokyopop, they never went out of business in Germany. they continued. Tokyopop in Germany was run by someone else other than Stu Levy, and they continued to run the business really well. They continued to reach out to original creators in Germany and have a really good working relationship with them, and they kept the business going. They took lots of titles that we would have absolutely loved to have in English. Obviously we didn't get them because other people were running that business. So yeah, the German branch of Tokyopop continued to do really, really well until recently when Stu Levy came back. So yeah. Anywho, so Star Collector is kind of probably, I'm assuming, a product of the end of that process of whoever was running it. Apparently he's a really good guy who was running the business. So yeah, Star Collector. Lots of good things I've heard, so I'm looking forward to reading it. I got it for a really good deal. It was really cheap. I think it was Book Depository, and then the next day it gone right back up to a big price again. So I think I got it for a really good price in that short period when it was reduced. So very happy to get this in my collection. Silver Spoon Volume 11. I got Volume 9 last month. And I managed to get Volume 11 this month. So I have skipped over Volume 10. I was like, I don't really know what's going on, but of course I had to just read this, and it was really good. It was really fun. Someone messaged me back and said that I think there's 15 volumes altogether, and so yeah, they're going to be printing up to that and getting the whole series out, which is really good. I just love them. I love how positive they are. I just love all the characters, how they're proactive, that they're taking their skills and really thinking about what kind of world they want to live in and what kind of business they want to run and what they want to do, and there's all that positivity there. It's such a positive manga. It makes you think like, yes, people can do this. People can have a good life. People can, you know, work towards a goal or a dream and not procrastinate like me. This month especially has been really awful. I honestly have started like 5 different videos and I've not finished a single one, and then once again the only video I'll put out is probably my manga haul video for the month, which is annoying because I have like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and oh, I just started so many procrastination. Whereas this boy, Hachiken, he gets it done. He gets it done. It's so positive. I'm so happy with everything that he does. He's just got this brilliant mindset of, oh, could we do this? And he just like, oh no, he said it, and everyone else is like, yeah, you can get it done. And he just, you know, mobilizes people and everything around. It's such a positive manga. If you haven't already, please go out, give yourself something special. Silver Spoon is such a lovely series. I absolutely love it, and it's so funny, it's so educational. Just love the characters. So yeah, Silver Spoon, I cannot rate highly enough. It's brilliant. Happy to have Volume 11 in my collection. This next one, Hitorijime My Hero, this is Volume 6, Mimeko Ari, and it's just the next volume, and it happened to be on sale, and I got it for a really good price. I think it was like £6 or something, so I'm very happy to get it for that kind of price, brand new. And of course I have last month's Volume 5, so I can read Volume 6. Volume 7 I think came out in January, so I'll wait and see if I can get that at a reduced price. I know it's going for about £7.99 just now, but I think I can hold out and get it for cheaper. So yeah, I'm glad that I've got the next one of Hitorijime My Hero, so I can continue reading on what's been going on in the onsen. See what happens. Like I said before, I really do like the art style and the way it's drawn in the manga a little bit more than the polished rounded edges of the anime, so I'm enjoying it a little bit more. So yeah, I've just had a quick look through. I haven't read it all, but I got a little bit like, oh, it's here, and flicked through it for about 15 minutes and went, oh, you could have just sat there and read this. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and I will endeavour to get the next few volumes as well. Now the last volume that I have for this month is the Carp on the Chopping Block Jumps Twice by Setona Mizushiro, and I just wanted to show you how aesthetic double C this is. It's ridiculous. It just feels like weighty and solid and a good story. So this is the second volume of the series by Setona Mizushiro that I have desperately wanted for years and years and years. I got a lovely comment from someone who was watching my Behind Closed Drawers series about all the conversations he had with old lady Fujoshi years ago, and how much everyone wanted this one to be available in English, and it just made me feel really good, because yes, this is one that I've wanted as an old lady Fujoshi for a long time. I really enjoyed, you know, being able to read it in Japanese, but of course I read scanlations of it as well, because it's been a long time since it came out. And of course it's had its re-release because they're making it into a drama in Japan, so something else to look forward to as well. And I just feel so happy to be able to have the full set complete in my collection now. Oh, it feels good to have that we like tick off from the box, but also just like, wow, I never thought this was going to happen. I honestly never thought this would be a title that whoever, and thank you 7Cs for doing it, would pick it up. No matter how many old lady Fujoshis would put it in their, you know, surveys like, hey, can you print this one please? I never thought it would actually happen. Just because it had gone so long, and you know, it does have elements that are unsavory, but it's so good. I remember my mother asking me probably about 5 years ago now, actually yeah, 5 years ago, you know, as she was helping me unpack my huge BL collection in Japanese, like, what is it that you like about this? Why do you like this? And I was like, oh, how to entice my mother into this, or at least to help her justify in her own mind why her very elderly, older, very much mature daughter is going, oh, this is great, I love this. And this was the example I used, which obviously is not the best example, but my mother is in mental health and psychology and stuff like that, so I was like, this is like psychological. It's kind of like, why do these characters act in this way? Why are they, you know, making these decisions? Why are they saying these things when they're having the argument? And looking at it from a psychological perspective. And she was like, oh, okay. She didn't get it. She didn't get it, but still, this was the example I used, because I was like, oh, but I love it so much. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to have the Carp on the chopping block jumps twice. Yeah, I'm really happy to have this in my collection. So much so. So this is everything that I got for the month of June 2020. That is Hichorijime My Hero Volume 6, Silver Spoon Volume 11, The Carp on the Chopping Block Jumps Twice, Star Collector Volume 1, Candy Colour Paradox Volume 3, Liquor and Cigarettes, and Voice or Noise Volume 3. I'm really happy with this little collection. It's a wee group that I think has lots of different variety of publishers. Some of them have completed series, or at least what's available as well. Some of them are just standalones, and some of them starting some new series. So I'm really happy with the variety that I've got for this month. So if you've bought any of these titles, or if you've read any, let me know in the comments below what you thought of them. If you've actually read Voice or Noise, if you've read it in Japanese, that would be really interesting to know, because like I said, there's like loads of volumes, I think, so I don't really know what happens in it in the end. But yeah, I really like getting comments and being able to read them and reply, so thanks for interacting. I'm also really happy with my flowers. They're not looking the best just now, but I bought them like three and a half weeks ago, so they're still doing really well. They only cost me £1.50. They're really good. So these were nice little flowers. They made me feel very happy during this time. So yeah, I'm really happy. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you to my Patreon. I have one patron I should say, on my Patreon, Bizarre Individual, so thank you very much for being my patron. Please don't feel like you need to join, if that's what the term is. I already feel pressure enough to do this, and as I've said already, I have not been doing anything. So thanks for watching, and maybe just see you next month if I'm honest. Anyway, thank you and take care. Bye.